Doesn't he look like Ben Roethlisberger's little brother? Yeah, I said this before we played BU the first time. They're going to win the Patriot League right away from the get-go next year. They're good. Their two guards are terrific. And I thought tonight, I thought we competed. I thought in the second half, we didn't start the second half well. Dug ourselves a little bit of a hole, and then we were around 5 for a while. We got 2 wide open looks from Guerrier and Yadi on the same possession. Missed them. We had opportunities in transition. We'd fumble the ball, miss a layup. So we were right there. They outscored us 30-9 from the three-point line. That hurt, but I thought we out-rebounded them by double digits. We only had 2 turnovers in the second half. I think 3 for 15 from 3 hurt us, and I think us not having Hooley really hurt us tonight too, because I think with his size on the perimeter at 6'4", he would have bothered their guards both offensively and defensively. But again, I thought Sam was outstanding. He's without question an all-conference player right now, and he's been our best player for sure in conference play. So I'm happy with our effort, not overly happy with our execution at certain parts, because another area, though, we struggled is last 10 seconds of the shot clock. Irving and Watson put a lot of pressure on you, and they get in the lane, and our bigs weren't sure, do I help, don't I help, or our guards. Coach, he told me not to leave Papali for any reason. So tough matchup for us, and they're good. They're good. I'm glad that they're moving on. I mean that in a nice way.
In that vein, though, do they play like a team that's looking at the standings and looking at the tiebreakers?
Oh, there's no doubt. I was joking around with Dom Morris during a dead ball. He was standing in the corner, behind the three-point line at the end of our bench, and I said, "Don't tell me you're spotting up for 3." And he started laughing, and I said, "You guys are really playing well." And he goes, "Coach," "this is our America East Conference tournament right here, every time we step on the floor." So obviously that's been ingrained in them, and they're believing in it and embracing it. And, they're playing. Again, we played Stony Brook a long time ago, and I was very impressed with Stony Brook. Since that game, this is the best team that we've played. And still, I think that our team, our rotation, isn't overly deep, so for us to lose a guy like Hooley really hurts us quite a bit. He's averaging 10.5 points a game in league play, but what he does is he's our secondary ball handler. He's our best free throw shooter. He leads us in assist turnover ratio, and he attacks. So I think for us to have a chance like we did, I thought in the second half without him, I think we're going to be fine. I mean. We lost to a good team today that's playing very well. I think that's 7 of 8 they've won now. They're good.
Coach, sometimes lost in the shuffle of BU's players. You have the stellar guard play, and you have Dom, who's really been stepping up his game. But can you talk about the impact that Papali had? He had maybe quiet 18 points, not quite 18 points, but he was one of the leading scorers. Can you talk about the impact he had?
Well, what happens is if you don't get Irving or Watson in foul trouble, and those guys are both allowed to play 35 minutes, Papali becomes, instead of being a good player, he becomes awesome. Because you're either going to give up layups to those 2 guys, or they're going to find him, and he's going to get jumper after jumper. And then you throw in Dom Morris, who, in my opinion, from the day that he entered this league, I thought he was going to be a dominant player in this league based on his size and skill set, just watching him on the recruiting trail. So, when they got Irving and Morris, I was scratching my head going, oh boy. And sometimes I think he's lost in the shuffle because of how good their guards are. And he's terrific. I think he's good enough where if he was on another team that didn't have such good perimeter play, where they went to him all the time, he's probably a guy that can get 18 and 10 every night. He has the skill set and the feel and the body to do it. I don't see him every day. I see him on film, and I see him when we play him. And this year in particular, I've been very impressed with him.
Sam, how tough of a matchup was this for you guys tonight?
As Coach said, having paid out certainly didn't help it, but their guards are talented. And then put that together with Papali. It's a tough matchup. You know, they're two of the best guards in the American East. So just to defend them man to man is tough enough. And then you got Morris and some of their support players. It was a very tough matchup for us.
And if there was, you know, a most improved player award, there obviously you'd be running away with that this year, looking at the jump from last year to this year. You know, I know there's been a lot of talk about kind of your change in mindset, getting more aggressive out there, embracing playing the four. Could you just talk about the, you know, kind of the journey from last year to this year and what the differences have been for you?
I mean, yeah, as you said, I didn't play much last year, and I never felt that I was hard done by. I hadn't earned my spot. And as you know, the season finished, I started to play a little bit more due to injuries and just random factors like that. I guess my confidence just grew, and my position in the team sort of followed suit. From the start of this season, I've certainly felt more confident and found a bigger role in the team. But just being able to work off guys like Mike and Yardi, who draw so much attention, it has sort of allowed me to be more confident and play more and play better.
See how soft-spoken he is right now? This is why he didn't play last year, because he wasn't mean. He's still too nice. But like you said, we don't even want to call him the most improved player, because I think he's one of the best players in the league right now, and he's a unique player by how he plays. And guys his size that have some talent have done well in this league, as you're well aware.
Sam, you guys got 2 games left in the regular season in the league. You guys happy where you're at right now?
I mean, it could always be better. I'm sure no teams would say that they're exactly where they want to be. But, we've got a good foundation with our team. We're still together. We're still improving, which is the most important thing. So, we're excited about what could happen in the next few games.
Coach, with Watson and Irving, that backcourt, obviously they're very undersized, but they're incredibly fast. Could you just talk about them, and do you see some similarities between them and a BU backcourt that was here about 10 years ago with Chaz Carr and Matt Turner?
Yeah, it's funny. I was a big fan of both those kids, Carr and Turner. I think the difference is, Carr reminds me of both those guys. But I think the thing with both, Turner, in my opinion, was always more of a jump shooter and a tremendous athlete. I think these two guys put the ball on the floor and attack relentlessly. I mean, 2 or 3 times we had Watson cross over this way, we cut him off. He crossed over this way, we cut him off. And he kept crossing us over. I think we got dizzy, and he ended up getting in the lane. They put so much pressure on you. Irving has improved his perimeter shooting so much that now we used to be able to play 2 steps off him. Now you can't. He had 8 threes against Binghamton, 4 tonight. And the thing with Watson is he picks and chooses his spots. He was a big-time scorer in high school. He shot the ball well this year, too. I mean, we tried to play off him at Albany, and he hurt us. The issue is they both can make shots, and they both can get in the lane whenever they want. So I actually think, in my opinion, and trust me, I love Chaz Carr and Matt Turner. I think these 2 guys are tougher to defend. And, like I said, I don't know how the heck they're going to defend them in the Patriot League. There's some good teams there, but I think there's better athletes in our league. But they're going to be a handful for the next couple of years. Good for BU, bad for everybody else.